Let's go. 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 Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel.
It wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about Ricky. Now I listen and laugh. Even almost got married. And for Pete I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, cause he was a name.
So today I want to talk about sophomore year advice and how it has just been sophomore year. If you're an upcoming sophomore, this is a good video to watch. If you're not an upcoming sophomore, it can also help out in a way. And it's kind of like a sophomore year advice plus kind of in general reminders of what you need to do. And if you guys want a freshman year advice, then I can totally do that. Or middle school advice, then I can totally do that. And maybe next year I can do a junior advice. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about sophomore year and expectations and do's and don'ts and tips and all that stuff. So let's get on to the freaking video. So the first tip that I have for you guys is be on top of your studies. So if you didn't have good grades freshman year, this is the time to improve your skills, stop procrastinating. And it's also the year that colleges are going to start looking at your grades and GPA and etc. And it's also one of those years that you have to get involved. Well, you don't have to, it's just recommended, because the more skills that you develop throughout the years, the more colleges are oh, this is pretty interesting and all of that stuff. So for our first do get involved. Do join clubs that you think you're gonna grow to. Do join clubs that you think you might be in the council position, like president, secretary, all that stuff. But a big don't is don't do stuff that don't make you comfortable, or that you think that you're not going to succeed at. So that's one of the don'ts. And don't slack off, even though I'm just gonna get more into depth with that later. Okay, so our second tip is to not overflow yourself with extracurriculars, honors, or AP classes if you do not enjoy them or you're not doing well in them. So you do not have to take any hard classes if you're not prepared for them. So if you see someone who is your friend or is not your friend and they're taking all these honor classes or all these AP classes, they're ready for that. But if you are not, you don't have to worry about that. For example, freshman year I didn't take any honors classes. Sophomore year I haven't taken any classes so far, any honors classes or AP classes. I'm planning on taking 2 or 3 honors classes next year, but that's next year when I think that I'm actually ready to go into an advanced placement or honors classes. That's when I think that I'm ready. Some people are ready way earlier than others, and some people just want to consider taking those at the very end, like I do. So it's just depends on your comfort zone and how much you want to have that class. So let's say, for example, I know a lot of my sophomore friends take honors chemistry and they say, oh my gosh, it's pretty hard, but I think I got it. And then other people are oh my god, I'm taking AP Gov or something, and they're oh my god, I want to drop that class, I'm not ready. So just do your research when looking for honors and AP classes and what you can qualify for. Most honors and AP classes are full year, at least at my school. But yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Also, it's nice to have honor classes show on your transcript, but it's not nice to see you fail or did poorly in those classes. Just stick with what you know. So let's say a college is looking at your transcript, and or another school that you're transferring to, and they see all these honors classes, but they don't see good grades in them. They are gonna slack off and accepting you. So it's important to, like, if you want to do honors classes or advanced placement classes, you have to be ready and you have to be able to commit, because advanced placement classes and honors classes are way harder than regular classes, and they demand more work and expectations are higher. So in those are the classes only for students who are prepared, who will have a healthy mindset, and that won't overstress because they know that they are there for a reason, and that reason is to have good grades. And they're willing to do the work. So if you're not willing to do the work, stick with the regular classes. And it's okay not to have any honors classes or AP classes, just saying. Next, try not to mess up your sleeping schedule. Now, I know everyone can be guilty about this once in a while, but having enough sleep has been proven to actually help with the students' performance at school instead of pulling a all-nighter. So I have had many of my friends pull all-nighters. They stay up until 2 or 3 a.m. Then they have to wake up at like 5 or 6. And you don't have to pull up all-nighters if you manage your time wisely. But let's say that there are like classes that take you like until 2 a.m. to like finish. Then you have to consider dropping classes and moving to something a little bit more your pace, because sleeping can be important. Sorry for the camera moving, but sleeping does come in a big way when having like studying and stuff, because it really helps like what excuse me, it really helps out when you have class like in the morning and you have to get up early and do all this stuff, and then the less energy that you have from not sleeping, the less that you're going to learn. So make sure to have a right sleep schedule. Then next we have greet your teachers. So just by saying hello, goodbye, have a nice weekend, have a nice day, makes a huge difference in a teacher's mood and in anyone's mood, to be honest. You need to start developing like relationship with them, so you can ask for help when you need it and get letters of recommendations down the line. So for those of you that don't know, letters of recommendation are the ones that go to anything school related. It can go to colleges, or it can go to like just like a part of your school. Like for example, in my school we had this thing called link room, and for link room I'm pretty sure that you need a letter of recommendation from one of your teachers, so that they can be sure that they have the right juniors and seniors in that crew, because they are the ones to help out their freshmen in their freshman year. So that's one of the stuff why you need to like, and it's also like a very nice thing, and it's a very nice skill to like just greet everyone and be nice and kind to each other, because that's a good thing, and we need more people like that, just like being nice to everyone. Okay, so the next tip that I have is download apps to help you study. So I listed like a few apps, like I wrote everything on my notes. So I listed a few apps. So for example, there's Quizlet. I know most of you know Quizlet. But if you don't know, it's an app that you can make online flashcards to help you study and do different learning activities that will help you just like have the information just like learned, basically. Photomath, if you don't know what that is, it's like an app, like if you're struggling with math, just take a picture of the problem and the app will help you solve it, or you can just like type it in too if it doesn't like catch on, because sometimes that happens. Khan Academy, I know some people know it, other people don't know it, but it can be used for any subject, for any lesson. If you're stuck on an assignment or your teacher's not the best when teaching the assignment, you can just go there. It'll make things way clearer, and it really helped me out freshman year, and it's helping me out sophomore year. So yeah. Then we have Duolingo. It's like, if you don't know what that is, it it's an app that for language, and it really helps out when trying to learn a new language. And I know that I used it for French last year, so it was pretty good. Then Tide helps manage your study sessions, so you have the option to to have a schedule and plan short or long breaks, and this really helps because like you have like everything planned out, and you also have like everything organized. You have your breaks organized, and you have a good life. Then you have Google Drive, and Google Drive really helps keep things organized too, and it helps get everything in place. And those are the apps that I recommend or that I use for myself. Then there's also Evernote. Is a notes app. If you don't have any notes app, you can just download that and it will really help out too. Then my last tip for the class of 2021 and any other sophomores is go to school events. So at the very, 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 very end of the day, yes, school, grades matter, but also having social life matters too, because it really helps out when you're out of high school. So going to school events is pretty helpful. Sophomore year might be easy for some people or difficult for some people. Either way, it's going to be easier than junior year. So go to school dances, basketball games, volleyball games, poetry slams, or whatever is at your school. Go with your friends if you have any, or if you don't, just enjoy yourself, because being with yourself is good and being with friends is also good. And it's important to see. And again, it's really important to still have a social life and still be connected with the world in a sense. And that's all that I have for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe and hit the like button and hit the bell to get all notifications for when I post. And let me know of any future ideas that you want for this channel. If what videos you want to see, you can leave it down in the comments, or you can send me a DM through my Instagram. My Instagram is always down below. And so also share this video, because I know some people might need it, some people might not, but hey, it benefits them and it benefits me. So stay awesome, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you.
Listen and laugh, even almost got married, and for Pete I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, cause he was an angel.
Run on a rondo, I'll give it to you, but baby